This is a Power BI desktop. When you use it, you need to understand some components. First, you need to know how to import your data into Power BI. So let's get started. First, you select this button, then you will see the common data resources. For example, we will use Excel workbook, then you will debit. Then you will see the data source in your computer. For example, I will use this data source. Then there are some tables. For example, data, dim customer, dim products, dim supply, and fact order. The fact order is very important, so we need to use it. Then we also use products table and date table. So first we use three tables. Then there you can use load or transform data. In transform data, you can process your data in Power Query. So if you say this dim products table, you will say there is not clean data. So you should process it in Power Query. So let's use transform data. In transform data, you will use dim products. Then you will in the transformer use first row as headers. Then you will see the columns in the in right, and also you will say there change in the apply steps and permitted header and change types. When you finish it, you will say the date types is right, or you will say okay. Then you will use close and apply. So you double it. This is the process data. The when you finish it, you will say it in the data, and there are some tables and columns, data and dim products, and there are some columns and factor orders and their columns. In the table view, you will see the details. For example, if you choose dim products, you will see the details about dim products. Also, you will use model view. You'll see the connect about many tables. For example, dim products and fact orders use a clothing products ID. Then you will use it to finish your visualization. For example, you use a product ID in dim products, then you will use sales quantity in fact orders. You will see the results. This is very important thing, and the product ID is from dim table, and the Some of sales quality is from fact orders. Then you'll see every product ID has its own sales of this quality. Why it is happen? Because you use product ID according to tables, and then every product ID has its own sales quality. So this is happen. Then you can copy it. Next, you will use another visualization. For example, you use cluster column chart. Then you will see the every predicts the visualization. So this is the first about import, then text model and visualization the text. This is my opinion. Thank you very much.